Hi, I'm Geoff Stokes. Welcome to Geoff's Daily Dose of Encouragement. Today I want to encourage you to know what you believe. What do I mean by that? Well, in the world we live in today, we've seen people standing up and being asked questions that they do not know the answers to because they don't want to offend anybody. We've seen prime ministers and leaders of countries make absolute fools out of themselves, asking a simple question that 5 years ago or even 3 years ago was universally known and held without even thinking was the truth. And that question, what was the answer to the question, what is a woman? And even 3 years ago, people would have been able to say straight away, go, adult human female. But now, they're climbing all over themselves trying to find other mealy words to say so they don't upset certain people. Just a few years back, we had a lot of problems with, terrorist attacks from certain extremist groups, especially Islamic and that sort of thing. And also what we have in the world today is countries like China infiltrating Western democracies and controlling them. And the thing is, it's because that in the West, all of these things that are happening, we have a lot of racial stuff going on, whereby that the sovereignty of nations is starting to be usurped, and it's all because the people in power and the people that support them don't know what they believe. We have mass hysteria going on, because of COVID and because of climate issues and things like that, where people are misinformed and don't think for themselves and don't know the truth and don't understand what they believe, so they go along with what everyone else believes. Jesus said in Matthew 7, verse 24, "Therefore whosoever hears these sayings of mine and does them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And the rains descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon the rock." And what a lot of people do today is they're wishy-washy. They just go with the tide, with the wind. It says in Ephesians 4 thereabout that we're supposed to be built up by the apostles and prophets, evangelists, pastors and teachers, so that we're not blown about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. The world is so full of deception that you and I need to know what we believe. People need to know what they believe. And because people don't know what they believe, they'll fall for anything. John chapter 8, verse 32, Jesus said, "And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." He also said in verse 36, "If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed." The only true freedom and the only true liberty and the only true rock or foundation to stand on is the Son of God, Jesus Christ. And then also we have in Revelation chapter 12, verse 11, "And they overcame him," who was that? The devil, the beast, the dragon, the serpent, whatever you want to call him, "and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death." So we have to know what we believe and then be able to believe it unto the death. There are certain people in the world, as I was alluding to before, like Islamic extremists, and they are willing to die. They're willing to die for what they believe in, even though it's wrong. And the same in the Vietnam War, I believe, with the Viet Cong and that. They same with the Japanese in World War II. They would do anything. They would die. They were willing to just die to be able to win. And so we have a much more sure foundation and a much more certain foundation and certain future than any of those people. And so this life we need to hold on to lightly. We need to know what we believe and be willing to die for it. Because really, generally speaking, people are not willing to die for a lie. And also, if they want to please people and they don't really know what they believe, they'll shift and change to suit what pleases people. And this is going on for governments, so they can get voted in, so they can stay in power. It's got nothing to do with the truth. But in the end, they ended up being guilty of facilitating the destruction and the breaking down of society. So that's my encouragement for you today, is to know what you believe. And the starting point for that is, if you confess with your mouth the Lord Jesus and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, because the facts are in the Bible that happened. The facts are in the Bible that happened, and also there are many witnesses, there are many historical records outside the Bible that attest to that fact. If you believe in that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For whosoever shall confess, whosoever, doesn't matter who you are, confess that Jesus is the Son of God. God dwells in him, and he in God. And God is the truth. Christ, who is also co-equal with God, the Spirit of God will come to dwell in you, the Spirit of Christ, and he will set you free, and he will be the foundation in your life. And you can know what you believe and stand. Even if the rest of the world's going nutty, you can stand knowing what you believe. God bless you. Have a great day.